All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are a little bit behind track because of technical difficulties, but we are here. Your favorite part of the week, my favorite part of the week, everybody in the world's favorite part of the week. It is the Brother Boys Live, covered post-game live, to talk about the divisional round in the NFL playoffs. I'm your host, Podcast Poppy, Dylan Barretto with Big Brother Steven Barretto. Hello.
Keeping same energy Sunday. Keep the same energy for these quarterbacks.
And we absolutely plan to. But first, before we start keeping the same energy for every other game, let's talk about the Los Angeles Rams and the Chicago Bears. 20-17, the Rams advance to the NFC Championship game to play the Seattle Seahawks, which we will get to later. What are your thoughts, sir?
Great game. Great game. Caleb Williams, offseason, he's working his accuracy. He's grabbed every fucking one of his receivers, take him to Hawaii, take him on vacation, Bahamas, DJ Moore, Odunze, Burden, Loveland, Komet, and then he needs to just throw passes to them because he needs to get accurate. His accuracy is his biggest problem.
Listen, he does some unreal shit, man. He absolutely does some unreal shit. We'll get to his throw at the end of once we get towards the
shit
back.
That scratches your head and some shit that will make you say, wow.
Like, if he could just tone down some of the stupid shit he does and then get his accuracy up, there's nobody more talented. There's nobody more talented.
Some throws for no reason, like the possession where they got stopped on fourth down before their last possession, where he had Loveland open down the middle, he just threw it to the stands.
Yep.
They've been talking about it all season long.
There's a couple throws where it's just like, what are you fucking doing? Like the first fourth down of the game.
Like, what are you doing?
Where it's like, you sailed that. Like, there was, if you try to get that to Loveland on the fucking 15, you definitely sailed that right over his head and he took it through the pick on the 4.
His turnovers were the reason they lost this game.
Oh, yeah.
That's the turning point.
They should have won this game, to be honest. Ben Johnson goes from coaching an absolute disaster class of a first half last week to have this magnificent come from behind to now coaching himself a really good game where it's just like Caleb fucking just doing some stupid shit.
Well, that last interception, I have no clue what's going on.
Yeah.
Or I don't know what the fuck that was.
If you ask Anthony, he's blaming the receiver on that one.
Well, what about the other two?
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't know ball. It's because he was they had it to win the game. They had it to win the game. They made the Rams 3 and out in the first possession overtime, and for some reason, I don't know, like they had a drive and this is just a bad pick. I'm like, Ben Johnson should have just stayed with the running game and then play action and do something. But that was the difference in the game.
Both
the little first possession of overtime, Matt Stafford didn't throw the ball. I'm like, I'm cussing out like McVay. I'm like, what the fuck?
Why they ran a third down awkward handoff to the outside as opposed to
if you're in a 3rd and 1, it's overtime. You cannot have a game end in overtime and Matthew Stafford didn't throw the ball once. And they got bailed out by the interception.
Correct. Because
I would have been questioning McVay.
Are we really doing 3rd and 1 and we're not just doing Stafford and Puka?
Well, I've been watching the Rams all season. On 3rd and 4th and 1, they do the same run play to the left, and it fails every time they run to the left.
Oh yeah, me too. I had Kyron Williams as my
every time. I watch a lot. Every time it's 3rd or 4th and short, and they always run to the left. And I say, don't run to the left. Don't run to the left. Every time you do this all season, it fails.
This was an excellent game. This was the theme. There's a lot of these playoffs, except for a handful of games, have been absolute dog shit. But this was such a great game because then you get to 4th quarter, 17 seconds left, 4th and 4, and Caleb Williams does the shit where he literally ran back 20 yards. And now it's not hyperbole. He actually ran back 20 yards and then chucked it.
Well, he just shucked it. That was a lucky play. That I don't know what that corner was doing.
Fantastic play because Loveland did a great job creating separation on that. They tried to call a push off. I'm like, I didn't really see a push off. I saw him fighting and he got loose.
No, the corner left him. He was with him. That's the thing. I'm like,
and it's one of those things where I immediately was like, what the fuck are you doing, Caleb? It's the last play of the game for you. You can't do that shit. This is the NFL. And then he shut me
he wanted
up.
He wanted to run. I kept saying, like, put fucking Verse on the right side, because every time on the defensive right, because every time he runs the right, and whoever number 10 is, every time 10 is on that side, he just doesn't have contain. And Verse was on the right side on the defense on that play. So he wanted to run to the left, but Verse was there, so he forced back to backpedal like 20 yards.
Yeah, which because he usually will
it's
just
fourth down
around.
It's fourth down. I have no problem. I have no problem with him chucking it up because it's fourth down. You're gonna have to fucking you
either win the game or you lose the game. Yeah. It's what it is. But it's like I see that I'm like, oh my god! And then he comes down with it. It was just like that's one of the more impressive throws I've seen in a very long time. That was probably one of the most important Bears touchdown catches in the last like decade. Like that was awesome. Like there's no way around it. Like if he just tweaks his brain,
we were about 80% of this quarterback draft class making the fucking championship games.
Unreal. On fucking real.
And now we're down to 75.
Listen, that's still a good percentage.
Yeah.
Like that just shows that these teams weren't that far off, and they all got the head coaches.
Well, the other two quarterbacks are I don't think they're going there.
Well,
Penix and
Jaden Daniels
and JJ. Yeah, Jaden Daniels from last year. I'm the two that did it is JJ and Michael Penix.
And those are the two that are more than likely the ones you could move on from.
Yeah. That's why I probably think why the Falcons hired Stefanski as their head coach.
Mm-hmm.
Because Kirk is there. He was the offense coordinator in Minnesota. Stefanski.
Oh yeah, and Stefanski's track record with these quarterbacks recently over the last few years, he's made every one of them not look great.
Arthur Blank, Arthur Blank is going to ride with Kirk Cousins, so we're paying him. But he has no more guaranteed money, so we'll see what they do.
Yeah, it makes it because Stefanski's going to end up benching Penix no matter what. So they're probably going to restructure the deal. And
Kirk is probably going to be the starter going into next year with those weapons.
Well, yeah, because Penix, not even just the weapons, Penix is coming back from another ACL injury.
Yeah, and it was late. It was a late injury.
Yep. So Kirk will be a QB1 over there. Shout out to the Rams making yet another championship game. Favorite game of the week. Denver Broncos 33, Buffalo Bills 30. I don't want to hear shit about how Justin Herbert is the if guy. Josh Allen is the if guy.
Josh Allen can't win in the playoffs.
He can't win the big one.
Every year in the game he's eliminated from, he has a chance to win the team the game. And he doesn't. Every year. I don't want to hear about it. He's not delivering. Because if this was Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, he'd be getting thrown. They'd be getting thrown. Oh, you guys can't
even
win.
Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts would have gotten killed for this.
Oh, he would have got killed regardless. He would have got killed if they won.
That's very true. But I don't want to hear anything about the Golden Boy, where the only people who beat him are Allen or are Mahomes.
Well, here's the thing: have you looked at the quarterbacks he's beaten in the playoffs?
He's beaten Tua.
No, he didn't beat Tua.
Tua
was out.
No, he didn't. He beat Skyler.
Skylar Thompson. I have the list. Let me.
He beat Lamar Jackson. I think he's beaten Ryan Tannehill.
Where's it at?
Trevor Lawrence. If Allen, let me tell you something about Allen getting sold by refs. What really happened here is before that interception is even thrown, there was a holding penalty on the goal line that would have been a safety that didn't get called. That would have ended the game anyway. So I don't want to hear about Allen getting sold by the refs. Nothing. Like the one that was an interception. I don't want to hear nothing. Allen turned over the ball 4 times. I don't want to hear shit.
Well, Josh Allen in 15 playoff games has 15 fumbles.
15 fumbles. Yep.
That's why wins isn't a quarterback stat. If you think so, you don't know football. Oh my God, where's the list?
I don't hear shit about the Golden Boy.
The list
about him. Fuck Josh Allen. Fuck everything he loves. Fuck his wife. Fuck all of that. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, no, hold on. You don't slander Haley.
She's an Allen, so she gets slandered.
No.
Slandered.
You leave Haley out of this.
Fucking crying in the fucking post-game press conference. I let my team down. You did. You did let him down. She's also
pregnant.
You did let him down, Josh. You should cry. Bottle your tears. Sell them. I'll buy them. I'll put them next to fucking last year's model, too. Allen didn't get screwed. Allen screwed Allen.
Here's the list. It's 40-year-old Phillip Rivers.
Oh, yeah, that Colts team.
Tyler Huntley.
Oh.
Mac Jones.
McCorkle.
Mason Rudolph.
Oh, the Steelers that year, yep.
Skylar Thompson.
Dolphins.
Bo Nix and Lamar Jackson.
I don't want to hear shit about this Bills team. Everybody told me Josh Allen was Superman.
The one thing they need to do, the Bills need to do, abandon ship.
Fire the coach.
Every coach on that staff cannot go into that new stadium next year. You need to. It's done. It's over. You've had your chance. The window is officially shut. He's never going to get it done. This was his chance.
This was the best year.
The chance of a lifetime.
They would have beaten the Patriots. They would have gone to the Super Bowl.
Mahomes is not in.
No Mahomes, no Burrow. All the boogeymen that caused Josh Allen grief. Nowhere to be found.
Houston's eliminated. All
the teams that would have beaten, that could have given them problems, are gone. They didn't face them.
You have to own up.
Sit here saying, "Oh, Josh Allen, he had these drops and he had this. He threw the ball backwards 10 yards on fucking halftime.
Who turned the ball over 4 times?
Joshua Allen.
Who had terrible fumble carrying the ball like a loaf of bread?
Joshua Allen.
Against one of the top defenses in the NFL. Known for freaking forcing turnovers. Get out of here.
I don't want your shit.
This is why now you guys want to do wins is not a quarterback stat when Josh Allen loses. Breaking news. The NFL is getting rid of the pass interference penalty because of the Bills.
Listen, he had bad protection, but he forces a lot of his own problems. He forced a lot of his own problems. 2 of his fumbles happened outside of the pocket with him running.
He ran 12, 15 yards with a loaf of bread, and he fumbled.
And then he threw the ball back. Like that one before halftime, he literally lateraled the ball backwards 10 yards.
Now, I will say,
recovered.
Now, the one thing they have a gripe about is they should have reviewed the play. I think it was an interception, but it still should have been reviewed. That's the one gripe I have. You have to review it.
Yeah.
Even if you're not gonna it gets overturned, you have to review that play. That is not a clear and obvious.
I thought it was pretty clear. I thought
it wasn't. You can't watch it full time and it's freaking clear and obvious. Get out of here.
No. I'm not saying in real time. I think you call it and then they had the replay. You saw it. It was like, all right, that's it.
But they never saw the replay. They never reviewed it, and a replay assist didn't get involved. So
I think replay assist didn't get involved because they saw that it was fine.
Replay assist, they make it up as they go. Because there's always something different when replay assist comes.
Yeah, there's no real rule for that one. I think that needs more clarity. But
that's
they're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you that they reviewed it.
Turnovers are supposed to be automatically reviewed unless it's clear and obvious. Unless, like, this like the interception the Rams just made, that was clear and obvious.
Because again, we talked about this earlier. I think if New York and the people who do the replay review saw something otherwise, that
it
said this
still has to be looked at. You have to look at that's the replay.
Because they wouldn't have just let that play go, and then
you
they
have to
out like you still had all the time.
The Bills called, but they didn't call. There's no review. That's the thing. The refs have to go under and look and talk with New York about it, which it wasn't going to get overturned regardless. I think it was an interception, but you have to review that just to make sure it's right. That's what the rule is there for.
I understand,
and it would stand.
But if it's going to stand anyway, I think we're just yelling.
No, but it wasn't obvious. That's the thing.
I think we're yelling at clouds if it's going to get over.
We
saw angles that made that pretty clear.
Yeah, yes, but you have to review it. You saw replay. They didn't review it. That's the thing. You saw angles. They didn't review it.
And New York would have stepped in. If
that should have been buzzed. It should have mattered. It's a turnover. Should be automatically reviewed.
Let's say they did review it.
Okay,
and nothing changed. Guess who's still going to be mad?
I'm saying it doesn't matter. You still have to review it. They can say, "Oh, it went to review." The call on the field stands.
Bills lose. It shouldn't even gotten to that point because in that drive they were on their own goal line and the fucking right tackle was just like putting the
you can't hold the whole, and they held in the end zone, which is a safety, which should have ended the game regardless.
We wouldn't even be talking about this if the refs made the correct call.
Since the Josh Allen rule in overtime has happened, 0-3 in overtime since the Josh Allen rule was in effect.
0-3 in overtime. I think this is his first time he's done it in the playoffs.
By the way, his first time in the playoffs, he's done it twice. But he's 0-7 all time in overtime. But wins
the guy's won one road playoff.
Wins is a quarterback stat. If you think wins is the quarterback stat, you're not allowed to talk about football because you don't know jack shit.
One road playoff win in his career, and it happened last week in Jacksonville. He couldn't beat Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos. When I was
what does the crew have to say about this Josh Allen thing? When Trevor Lawrence did the same thing and less turnovers, and they're saying he played like shit.
Oh no, everybody but Anthony's talking crazy shit about Josh Allen. Anthony's like, you guys are being too hard on Josh Allen. I don't give a fuck. Bottle his tears. I don't give a fuck.
No. He's an MVP. He has to step up.
He's the best player in football, right?
If this was Dak Prescott, y'all would be killing him.
If this is Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson
y'all would be
better
killing
performance
him.
Last year, where he had 2 turnovers and had a fucking phenomenal second half. And after that game where Mark Andrews dropped the game-winning play, everybody shit on Lamar Jackson. Shit on him all over the place. But now we have to protect Josh Allen? Let's keep things fair here. The Bills lost because of Josh Allen. If Josh Allen doesn't turn over the football, they win the football game handily, easily. Because it's not like Bo Nix played fucking phenomenal. Like, they were able to score because of the 5 turnovers that they forced as a team. 4 of them being Josh, 1 being James Cook. They were able to be in great field position multiple times.
Your 2 best players cannot give up the ball.
They had one scoring drive that led to a touchdown that they started on their side of the field, like deep. Everything else was put in decent field position. And the only real bad call was that first pass.
That first pass interference. That first pass interference is bullshit.
That was trash because why is that pass interference and the play before that wasn't? Because the play before that was clearly, to me, I was like, that was a worse, offense to that. The second one was the Tre'Davious White one at the end of the game, that was very clearly pass interference.
No, the earlier one in that drive was.
Oh yeah, the one before the one that led to that one because they all came in within a 3-play span. There was no call. Then there was a call.
He grabbed the arm after it hit the ball hit, which you're allowed to do.
I was like, that's a bad call. That's a bad call there. But the one that led to the game-winning field goal, that was the correct call to make there. Mike was like, I don't know. I was like, nah, you can, like, one, he could not, like, Tre'Davious White had no ability to make a play on the ball. The ball was too far ahead of him. You can't try to obstruct the wide receiver catch the ball before he touches it. Like, you are physically unable to play that ball. You can't call that. Like, you can't just sit here and think that's okay. That's a pass interference. What I don't like in that play is they went to kick the ball immediately. I wouldn't have done that. Fuck that. Run the football.
Yeah,
Run the football
I'm
because
always,
the kickers.
I'm always listen. You got 3 plays, then kick the ball. Then kick the ball and 4th down. You fuck up. Special teams fucks up one on play. Yeah, they're getting the ball.
Like, the kickers are prone to missing kicks, especially in these situations. Put your kicker in a better position. If you can't score, at least get them fucking closer. Put the ball where he wants it. Like, do all that shit. Walk the ball in, end the game. Because if they would have kicked it, there was still like 2.5 minutes left. If you're going to fuck up, at least make sure there's no time and then force another overtime period. I think they got away with one there. But we then find out the play before the end of the game, Bo Nix breaks his ankle. So the Patriots, who had the easiest schedule of all time.
Well, they don't do well when they go to Denver. That's the thing.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping for the Jarrett Stidham revenge game.
Well, here's the thing that that defense is still there.
Yes, we'll get there. We'll get there. Because we can only talk about this game for maybe 2 minutes. Seattle Seahawks 41, Niners 6. Belt to ass. Like, it's admirable that the Niners were able to beat Philly and then get to this point. But they got out-talented. They got outworked. They got everything. This Seahawks team was just ready to bowl through them. They're like, they know that they can't see us. They have no talent playing on the defensive side of the ball.
Sam Darnold literally did not have to do anything.
He didn't do shit.
Before he got the ball, it was like, 10-0. Opening kickoff for a touchdown.
Rashid Shaheed immediately. I stopped watching this game in the second quarter.
Kyle Shanahan and fucking Sean McVay. Even fucking LaFleur. Well, these coaches that come from that 2013 Washington Redskins world famous coaching staff that never won nothing, they sure don't know how to figure out special teams. All of their special teams are terrible every year. Kyle Shanahan, every year is special teams. McVay this year, special teams are terrible. LaFleur is always special teams has always been terrible. You need to be sound in all 3.
LaFleur, it's not even just LaFleur. The Packers as a whole have had a terrible special teams unit for like a decade plus.
Yeah, well, he's been there for how long now?
Oh, like 6 years?
No, longer than that. Remember, he replaced McCarthy. He replaced McCarthy.
Oh, shit. He did. So 8 years? Wow. Oh, 8 years. Wow, yikes. Okay, so yeah, he has been the reason. He has been the reason.
Something with the coaching staff. I don't know what it is. They do everything except special teams.
Once we get done covering these games, we have to talk about what the offseason looks like for a lot of these teams.
McVay had a good special teams guy, and then he let go. Or he left his proper contract. John Bones Foster, Tennessee has him now. But fucking ever since he left, the special teams been fucking terrible. Like, the 49ers is like they didn't even stand a chance. Once they were down, Shanahan famously, once it's down, his teams don't ever make comebacks regardless.
Yeah, I thought the momentum of this game, like, immediately was kind of like within the first, like, 3 drives this game. I was like, this game is fucking over.
And then another tendon exploded, so.
This game is fucking
Tonja's tendon exploded. So I wonder what the NFL is going to do with this. The teams are playing over there with the fucking EMP fucking ready to blow off somebody's tendon.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll discuss where these teams go because we're about to get through these games in record time. Nope, not that one. Where is it? All right. the suck bowl here. New England Patriots 28, Houston Texans 16. This game was so hard to watch on both sides because despite Drake May throwing 3 touchdowns, he played like shit.
Oh, right? He was terrible. He was terrible.
But the only reason he gets a pass is because they won. The only reason he gets a pass is because they won because CJ Stroud was also
the one thing these Patriots do is they fumbled the ball away. The fact like Drake May had 5 fumbles this game.
5, yeah.
What was it, 5? 5 fumbles.
Let's see player stats.
Was it 5 or 4?
I think it was 4, but he also had the interception. Where is it? Team stats.
Well, they didn't lose all the fumbles, but he fumbled.
CJ played like shit. Drake also played like shit. If they played a team that
CJ
play like shit,
the word is out. CJ
played like worse shit.
You have not played good since your rookie season. You have not progressed. You are starting to look like every Ohio State quarterback, a bust.
CJ is now in the same conversation to me as Bryce Young is, where it's like, okay,
well, the Panthers were right taking Bryce Young.
Just it's just an opposite way, where it's Bryce Young started off real slow, was terrible his first 2 years. First 2 years he was bad. Then this year he had a good year. Where CJ's first year he was really good, and then he's been bad the last 2 years. They're both now in prove it years, like prove it or you shit or get off the pot.
Because their record's the way it is because he's terrible in these playoff games.
Like
terrible against Pittsburgh last week.
Defense was so fucking good.
They tried everything to keep this team in the game. I said earlier, I said the only way they're going to win this game is if they fucking score. Because CJ Stroud, sometimes you need to take the sack instead of turning the ball over.
You're told not to
you give up a fucking touchdown. Your offense gives the defense a touchdown. Like they score without your defense not on the field. They score a touchdown.
If CJ Stroud played the same way he did in the second half, in the first half, they win this game. And he didn't do shit in the second half. All he did was not turn over the ball. Granted, he had the Woody Marks fumble when they were about to score, but like, let's say they score a touchdown there, they're still down 4. Granted, could have been a different situation. But like
he's throwing the ball, he was so bad. These 2 games,
Schultz died. The right tackle died.
The Patriots getting lucky with this easy ass schedule. It was Nico Collins not playing, then CJ Stroud. We're gonna rank the 32 quarterbacks. Listen, 1 through 32. We're gonna do it one day. 1 through 32. And we're gonna rank all starting fucking quarterbacks. CJ Stroud is
gonna be on the bottom part of that.
He's gonna be in the bottom.
Anthony's like, oh, they're gonna give him $60 million. I was like, if he doesn't play well, like the problem is Texans, they keep winning games.
Next year, we're winning games because of his fucking defense. They also play in the AFC South.
Pay quarterbacks.
They prey in the AFC South.
2 years winning the division, and then wild card this year. They what? They've had double-digit wins the last 3 years.
5 wins against the AFC South. They split with Jacksonville, so they're 5-1 and 5-1.
You can't blame them for winning those games.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, you're gonna because people think winning is a quarterback stat. That's where that turns into winning is a quarterback stat. So because he's contributing to that, he gets to get paid. And I'm like, I don't think that's going to happen now because he has to shit or get off the pot. If you do this, like they're going to pick up his 5th-year option because you have to going into this year.
Well, it's going to be year 4, and if he doesn't do anything,
he's going to have his 5th-year option, and then there's probably not going to be an extension on the table.
He's not living up to what his rookie season is, and he's regressed.
They'll trade him for a 4th, and then they'll try to sign somebody else.
He's regressed
as a stopgap because by not paying a quarterback, you can afford to pay Nico Collins. You could afford to pay Will Anderson because Will Anderson's 2 years he's gonna be up for an extension.
No, same draft class.
Yeah, you're gonna you already paid
he'll have a 5th-year option, so
like you'll be able to pay. You already paid Stingley. Like you could keep a lot of your guys. You could keep this team without Stroud.
Your Stroud's got 1 more year, and then you got to fucking.
you got to get rid of him. It's
You
same
have
thing
to
with
cut
Bryce Young.
bait, like-
Bryce Young doesn't do better than he did this year, then you have to get rid of him too.
But we seen Bryce Young go through the fucking woes his rookie season because he was drafted to a terrible team.
Well, he went through the woes his rookie season and
last year. But at the end of last year, it was something you could build on. And then this year is another. He's progressing as Stroud is regressing.
Correct, but that's just because again,
now you need to see. You want to see Bryce Young on the road next year.
You know how we always go through the strength of schedule stuff. He didn't play a lot of good teams that rookie year either. And then that division was also sorry as fuck too.
That division was real bad.
That division was worse his rookie year than it is right now.
They sweep everybody. That's 6 wins.
So it's one of those situations where they got to get better real quick because they played a lot of bad teams and it didn't. And they had Laramie Tunsil and all these guys. Like they had a better team on there for the offensive side of the football, but they let.
And that was one of the main reasons rookie year when I said, "Oh, we were comparing the two," and I said, "Well, Stroud is Laramie Tunsil, left tackle, and fucking Bryce Young is Dylan." When we compared them back in the day, I said, "Let me see something," and then he inherited fucking Nico Collins. Nico Collins was already there, and Bryce Young had no receivers. Now he's got receivers, and then we want to see them take the next step. Next evolution process, but Stroud has to.
You have to
figure it out.
If you want to get a fair evaluation on CJ Stroud, please boost your offensive line because they've only just gotten worse. That has been the one thing that has been progressively getting worse year to year, along with Stroud, has been his protection. Last season he was the second most sacked quarterback in football. Let's see where he was at this year.
He missed some games, so that's going to be done.
Yep, but I would still like to see where he is because he missed 4 games?
I think 2 or 3.
Let's see where he lists.
Well, ever since he big broke Caleb, he's been gone downhill since.
Oh well, yeah, that too. No, he has not been. Their protection has gotten better. I will give them that. Listen, I think everybody was calling for Davis Mills at some point. You can't just allow that to happen.
He almost committed the full Delhomme in the first half. He had 4 interceptions in the first half, and all he was a fumble.
When I was going through some of the stats for awful fucking playoff performances, fucking Brett Favre is the one that popped up. Brett Favre against the Rams. I forgot what year it was. It was 2 touchdowns and 6 interceptions that he threw. I was like, holy shit.
You don't know about the full Delhomme? Jake Delhomme?
Jake
Delhomme, I think it's there's 5 interceptions and a fumble. A pick 6. The full Delhomme.
Oh wow, Geno Smith, shocker, Cam Ward, most tied for first for most sacked quarterback in football. Right there, Geno Smith. Both tied for 1. Then Herbert. And then Drake May. Can we talk about Will Campbell?
Oh, he's getting murdered.
He's
getting bullied.
Before the draft.
Here comes Benito.
Here's before the draft, he has one of the coldest lines I think I've ever heard, where he goes, if a defensive end goes out there and gets 1 sack a game, that's 11 sacks in a season, he's going to the NFL. If I give up 1 sack a game, I'm going to go working at Amazon. He's given up 8 sacks in the last 2 weeks. Granted, he's going against some great players.
I mean,
but
they rotate. If you put Anderson on that side, then they flip Anderson and Hunter all the time.
Listen, Will Anderson is so fucking good. So fucking good. Last week, he was hitting Canadian destroyers all over Aaron Rodgers. This week, he almost single-handedly kept the Texans in the fucking game. I really thought, I was if they find a way to score on defense, it's more than likely going to be Will
they
Anderson
needed to score on defense. They couldn't score on defense because Stroud was shook.
Stroud could have done nothing else. No, there's nothing Stroud could have done.
Checked out. I'm like, would you stop doing the stupid? Like,
I thought his first drive back from halftime was a good drive, but then that fumble that Woody Marks had, that was it. That took any bit of confidence he might have had, gone.
Him just sometimes just eat the sack. Every interception is almost the same interception. His arm gets hit. He's trying to jump. Just fucking take the sack. If you take the sack and let your defense play, you punt. Fine. Make it a defensive game. Freaking Drake May keeps fumbling. Like, the Patriots are a fumbling team. They will always fumble. Drake May will fumble, and Ramondre Stevenson is going to fumble the game for him.
I can't believe Ramondre didn't fumble this game.
Well, because he got knocked out of the game. I was like, best part about it happened. In that AFC Championship game, Ramondre Stevenson is going to fumble the win away from
Sean Payton. I fucking pray to whatever God you believe in that you run the football next week. You figure out a way to run the football. You get Stidham some easy looks. Just fucking let your defense carry you and just run the fucking football. That's all I want. That's all I want. All right, so let's take a look at some of these outlooks for this team. So we have some hirings, right? We have some teams who are looking to do interviews. And so far, Harbaugh is the Giants head coach officially now. Stefanski's the head coach in Atlanta. The Titans have narrowed down their three to Matt Nagy, Robert Saleh, and I think the defensive coordinator for the Packers. I'm pretty confident Matt Nagy's going to be the coach of the Titans. I'm fairly confident Matt Nagy's going to be coach of the Titans.
The Chiefs are going to bring back the enemy.
Yeah, because Nagy's getting a head coaching job this year. It's just a matter of who. There is a team who has the number one pick in the draft who has yet to interview anybody. The crop is dwindling. The good head coaching hires are going. Pretty soon, you're going to have nothing left, and then there's two other high-profile jobs that are open. They will get the two best jobs.
The Dolphins' job is the worst job out there.
Oh, terrible job.
Terrible job. You're fucked. They're going to have to. They're not getting a name. Raiders, you should have just kept Sleepy Joe, and then you could have fucking going for Tomlin next year.
Listen, that's my plan right now is because I'm pretty sure Aaron Glenn's getting fired next year. I'm fairly confident.
Tomlin already said he's not going. He wants to Sonny. Tomlin's going to be Tampa Bay's coach after next season.
Trade whatever you need.
Yes, he has Tampa Bay. He has Tampa Bay roots.
He'll be trade whatever you need to trade, Woody. Trade whatever you need to trade. Because Aaron Glenn not going to be the coach of the Jets after next year. Yeah, the Raiders have yet to interview anybody. The Steelers are about to interview Mike McCarthy, where I think that's just a done deal at this point. That's your coach. Steelers fans should be mad.
And Tampa Bay is not letting McDaniel leave. So,
yeah, well, Mike McDaniel?
Yeah.
As their OC?
Yeah.
Well, he's either going to be their OC or the Lions OC, so it's just a matter of who. Which, either one of those is a great spot for him. Try to build up his fucking coaching stock again, because he'll probably just be a one-and-done offensive coordinator. Especially if the offenses look fantastic.
Well, if when he runs the ball, his run plays are the one. He's very successful. His teams when they run the ball,
but he also is terrible at hiring defensive guys.
Yeah, well,
that's also Saleh's problem. Saleh's terrible at hiring offensive guys.
Well, he had Vic Fangio. Vic Fangio left.
Well, yeah, Vic Fangio hated him. He hated him.
Fangio,
and all
the players hated him.
It was a two-way street on that one. Fangio hated fucking McDaniel, and the players hated Fangio because McDaniel was trying to be like everybody's friend, and it backfired. Like right now, like I'm pretty sure Salah's not going to get a job. I don't think he should get a job, not because I dislike him, but like he should get one more year with a successful, like healthy defense and like learn a little bit more from Shanahan something. Because if you hire him right now, he's going to get hired to a bad team. And like he shouldn't keep taking these bad organization jobs. Like, why would you want to coach the Titans?
No.
They're a bad organization.
They're not going to get a big name, no.
They're Matt Nagy. The Raiders, I thought for sure that Brian Flores is going to be the Raiders head coach. Now, I don't know. He may take the Raiders job. I mean, the Ravens job.
Yeah, I don't even know who the Ravens just interviewed.
Salah.
Who's giving second interview? Who's getting second interviews right
now? For the Ravens?
Oh, for any team getting second
interviews. Well, the Titans are giving second interviews. The Falcons were. They hired the guy. Because they were supposed to do the Titans for Salah. They were supposed to do a Zoom meeting. They said, "Nope, we want you in person." Yeah, Joe Brady is about to start interviewing.
Oh
Joe Brady's also.
Oh no, the Chargers have requested to speak to Arthur Smith.
Oh, for the offensive coordinator job.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's fucking terrible. The Ravens have done quite a few interviews. Interviewed Mike McDaniel, Chris Shula,
Joe Brady. Ravens just interviewed Joe Brady.
Like, what are the Ravens waiting for? They did this last year, too, where they waited for the entire crop of coaches to just dwindle before just pulling fucking Pete Carroll out of their ass.
Dayball's still available, so.
Well, Dayball's going to probably be the Eagles' offensive coordinator.
Well, not if you fucking. The Ravens. You just completed an interview because the Eagles just offered. Who are they going to speak to?
I know they came to a special team coach.
They just sent an interview today. Oh yeah, they just requested to interview Bobby Slovic like 3 hours ago.
If the Chargers were smart, they'd be calling Daboll too. Herbert's like one of those quarterbacks that Daboll would probably do wonders with.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts. If Daboll goes to the fucking Eagles, Jalen Hurts is getting benched again by Daboll.
Oh yeah, Daboll does not give a fuck
because they ran the same offense the last 3 years. What was the difference this year? They ran the same offense.
That's what I said.
They ran the same offense. It doesn't matter who the coordinator. They ran the same offense the last 2 years. We're not telling more. You know what the difference was last year, this year? The running back ran for 2,000 fucking yards. And carried.
The play calling, like the same offense. The play calling wasn't great, and they couldn't figure out how to get Saquon going in the run game at all.
That was the difference. Last year, Saquon Barkley ran for 2,000 yards. Last year, Saquon Barkley was averaging 5 yards before a defender touched him. This year, Saquon was held in check. This is what happens. Teams wins the Super Bowl. Your weak link is your quarterback. We all agree their weak link on offense is the quarterback. I don't want to hear anything about Lane Johnson. That game, he was getting protected. The 49ers had no pass rush that game. He was missing open receivers. Yes, A.J. Brown dropped balls, but he refused to throw to open receivers. He couldn't stay. He didn't want to stay in the pocket when it's clean. He can't see over the middle, and he can't throw over the middle. Look at all his throws. When he throws in the middle, he tends to get picked off. When you take away the run game, make Jalen Hurts beat you. This is what happens. You won the Super Bowl. You get the spotlight on you. Teams adjust. They watch film. Oh, we need to stop Saquon. We can stop Saquon. This offense can't do shit in Philly.
Unless you're the Chiefs last year in the Super Bowl.
Well, they also had no left tackle.
That doesn't stop Jalen Hurts from throwing for 1 billion yards.
Well, they couldn't cover. So it was like, all the time in the world.
The game plan was to stop Saquon, and Jalen Hurts beat them on offense. So it's like you'll get your games, but I'm trying to. I've been trying to piece together where I think these coaches are going and what jobs are going to be like decent. And I haven't even seen Brian Flores take an interview.
Yeah, that's even
Which is
requested.
crazy to me.
What did I tell you?
Because he was like the Rooney Rule guy.
He's suing the NFL. He's getting sued he's suing the NFL.
They're saying that he's gonna, if Saleh takes a job, that he's gonna take the Niners job as the DC.
Because even Dallas didn't interview him. They interviewed his DB's coach and other.
Yeah.
Like,
I saw that the Patriots like passing game coordinator got interviews for a head coach coaching job. Like that's crazy.
He's an understudy of McVay. He was the one that when their Bears offense coordinator got fired last year, took over. Then you got Todd Monken.
I saw Mike LaFleur get head coaching interviews.
Yeah, and then the Dolphins are probably going to get Chris Shula.
That's funny.
I mean, they're not going to get a name. They're going to have to fucking make a legacy hire, but they got a lot of work to do.
So apparently, the Steelers are going to be interviewing Brian Flores.
Makes sense. They'll probably hire him.
The Steelers are going to be interviewing Brian Flores. There also be how Anthony Weaver keeps getting interviews too. I have no idea because he sucked at his job. Clay Kubiak too. I don't know how Clay Kubiak's getting interviewed. Why are we trusting the offensive coordinators of San Francisco 49ers when they're not the play callers? Clint Kubiak, I understand. I absolutely understand. Clint Kubiak is who I wanted as my offensive coordinator when Glenn took over. But no. Apparently, Davis Webb is also getting a fuck ton of like interview requests.
Yeah. Quarterback coach.
Okay, so I have an updated list on the fucking Raiders, apparently. So the Raiders have interviewed Clint Kubiak, Vance Joseph, Matt Nagy, Stefanski, and are trying to interview Davis Webb.
Well,
They have requested to interview Halfley from the Packers, Mike LaFleur, Chris Shula, Ejiro Evero, and Nathan Shieldhass, who's the passing game coordinator for the Rams. If this is your crop that you're interviewing,
well, you only had a chance at a big name. The big name's taken off the board. Then Tomlin's taking the year off, which I said.
If you're going to hire anybody here, it's got to be either Vance Joseph or Clint Kubiak. For me, at least. That's what I'd say. But.
Or they're just waiting for the teams that get eliminated to fucking interview them in person because while they're the seat they can interview them in person because they can't interview them in person while the team's still active.
Why haven't if they're just looking under every fucking like these random stones, why don't you fucking interview Cliff Kingsbury? Might as well. You're about to have a first-year quarterback.
Well, the rule is out on Cliff Kingsbury. His offense only works in the first part of the season and the second half of the season.
It's not like the fucking Raiders are playing for anything. So they might as well. Right now, I think the Raiders are just in hell. Mike made a good point. He was like, they're waiting for Tom Brady's season to end as the fucking announcer before they do anything. I was like, I hope that's not true. They also shouldn't let Brady hire another coach. Tom Brady had everybody thinking that Ben Johnson was going to go fucking coach that team until Ben Johnson took a pity interview and be like, yeah, just out of respect for you, Tom, I'm doing this, but I'm going to Chicago.
Well, Ben Johnson wasn't taking that fucking job.
No, he wasn't taking that fucking job. And then he goes, all these, I'm going to go interview Aaron Glenn while he's trapped in New York and they're not letting him leave. Yeah, no. Didn't happen. He waited till everybody was off the board, and then he was like, I guess Pete Carroll, come on. Out of just pure respect for Pete Carroll. And they threw him under the bus.
Oh, he
All right,
deserved it.
Steven. We made it. We hit about 50 minutes. We covered about everything we need to cover. Predictions for next week, sir. Who do you got? I believe the
Denver
NFC Championship game
Broncos.
is Saturday.
No,
It's
on
opposite.
Sunday.
Oh, they're
Oh, it's both on Sunday. You know, the Broncos are the first game, and I'm picking the Broncos and the Rams.
The Brother Boys are at it again. We are going the same way. Give me the Broncos. Give me, as Anthony called him, Jarrett Stidham, and their defense, and give me Matt Stafford for it. So we'll be back Wednesday or Thursday to record the pod for this week. But until then, we'll see you next week. Going live again. See you next time.